This hit goes out to you, Mr. Wick.
42 regular, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so it begins.
As a first movie role goal, it's not so bad, is it? It's pretty good.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I could have done better.
Yeah, and you've done, you've had a TV role in Turn Up Charlie, but
Yeah.
was a movie role always something that you were after or actively seeking?
Yeah, I mean, with Turn Up Charlie, you know, it was amazing to work with Idris and the team. But it was very short, you know, like there wasn't a rehearsal process, there wasn't like a, you know, and this was nearly a 3-month process. And what I wanted to do with movies is that I always wanted to, like, I guess what I do in my music as well is tell a story and just like, I wanted to just approach the process of like getting into a character, being in the film world, seeing how it works. And that's always been like my creative curiosity in terms of film. It's never like I need to see myself on the big screen. It's more just like, well, what would it be like to like do a movie, like get into character? What's the process? What's the, like, how do you get into the physicality of a character, and what's the costumes like? And there's so many different departments, so hundreds of people working on it, and yeah, so that's the bit I was really interested in.
And how was it compared to what you had in your head? Was there a particular thing that surprised you about this, or was it just all so? No.
I guess, you know, what was incredible is that I got to shoot in some insane locations that I would never be able to shoot in, you know, or just kind of being in that context. The idea that there would be so many extras, for example, you know, I've had extras in my music videos, but like not this many.
That sequence is big. It's massive.
You know, or there'd be like I'd look at the call sheet and there'd be like 200 names under the extras, and then there'd be extra choreographers who are literally amongst the extras, but they'd be like shouting at the people to turn this way, turn that way, like while it's rolling. There's so many moving parts that people don't know, and also, you know, you might be shooting a very like intimate close-up scene. There's like 100 people behind the camera, so like that stuff is crazy. Also, John Wick is. A lot of it's dark. Yeah. That's because a lot of it's shot in the nighttime. And so our call time would be like 7 p.m. and then we'd finish at like 7 a.m. or something. It was, you know, so it was not only obviously physically in like the endurance was needed, but the mental endurance to work nighttime for weeks was a lot.
Yeah, and you've come into this in the fourth one, but obviously Keanu has been John Wick for 4 movies. Was there a time when you were filming that you were like, oh my God, I'm in a John Wick movie? That's like
every single day.
Yeah.
Every day, this morning, honestly. Yeah,
he just is John Wick, isn't he? Like,
he is John Wick. Yeah. He is John Wick, and even in his, you know, in his off times, he is John Wick. You know, because like his hair is done in a way that I think he has to like keep it like outside of like work hours, so he, you know, even if they're like doing like a group dinner or something, like he still has the John Wick hair, so it is literally like John Wick. But what I'm just amazed by is his dedication and commitment to the stunt, because I've seen pretty much the final version of the movie. I'll watch the very final version tonight, but it's basically like he does all the stunts except probably the ones where he gets like run over by a car, you know. So like the ones there where it'd be very dangerous for him to do, he doesn't do, but he really does all of his. And I was like, every time I got tired, I was like, I would look at him and be like, I can't be tired. Look at what he's doing.
It makes me tired watching it on screen. So
it's insane. He does all of it.
But for you, choreography-wise, it might sound a silly question, but is there actually quite a comparison between like learning the choreography on stage and learning like fight choreography, or is it just such a different beast?
So if you're doing like choreography for stage, right? If you get something wrong. Like, you get something wrong, whatever, like, people film it, put it on TikTok, whatever, it's iconic. Yeah. But if you get something wrong in the movie, you might actually, like, get punched in the face because you're, like, missing a dodge or whatever. So there's, like, a danger element. But, like, the stunt team are so incredible. They're literally, like, the top of their game, A711. Like, they're so great. They managed to somehow train me in the 5 weeks that we had. And also, you know, if something wasn't quite right on the day, they would always like guide me, and they'd just be like on hand just to like help me. And yeah, so I really, truly didn't know the power of stunts and stunt teams until I did John Wick.